Hi, everyone. How are you? Happy Friday. Happy full moon. How does it get even better and what else is possible now? So, welcome. Welcome to the full moon in the sign of Sagittarius. We are in the sign of Sagittarius, and the full moon is going to be it is in Gemini. Okay. Depending on where you're at. Some of you are in it now. Some of you will be experiencing it today or tomorrow. My hair is crazy today. So, what do we have to look forward to? And what does this all mean? Okay. First of all, what I want to share with you guys, the most important thing to remember is that the full moon is a time of a culmination. Okay. This is not a time that we go out and we seek what manifestations. This is not the time that we go and plant all those new seeds and do all that stuff. That's what we do with the new moon. Okay. Full moons are all about culminations, all about conclusions, realizations, and epiphanies. Okay. So during this time for the next 2 weeks, as the moon is in its descent, what we want to be aware of is the energy of receiving. Okay. And being in the energy of receiving is so important and so powerful right now that it's something that I've really been kind of struggling with myself, actually. I have been working really hard on not beating myself up for not being so busy all the time, or for things not happening, or for things not working, and just kind of being in the flow of just allowance and allowing things to come to me. I recognize and I realize that in relationship to everything that I'm asking for, I'm not willing to receive all that I've been asking for. And so I've been doing some deep digging, some belief work on that, about what that means and how I can get congruent between my ask and my receiving. And so let's collectively make a pact that what we are going to do in the next, at least for the next 2 weeks, how cool that it's also Christmas time and the holidays in general. Let's make a pact that the next 2 weeks, we are going to ask the universe to open up our vessel and to open up our channel to receive more than we have ever received before. Are you willing to receive more than you've ever received before? Are you willing to be in more allowance of what it is you truly, truly seek and what you truly desire? And so anything that doesn't allow that, anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive that you are worthy of receiving what you are asking for, can we please destroy it and uncreate it? So what is that? What I want to ask you, I want to share with you first, and then I want to ask you. So something really cool is happening with these particular full moons. If you go back to June of this year, when the new moon was in Gemini. So now we have the full moon of Gemini. In June, the new moon was in Gemini. So if you go back to actually, I think it was May, the end of May. If you go back to May, what was going on in your life in May? Okay. What was going on in your life mid to late May? Go there, kind of feel what it's like. Do you get a picture of it? Where were you? What were you doing? What was on your mind? Do you remember what you were asking for? Do you remember what you were asking for? Do you remember what you were meditating for, that you're hoping for, praying for, whatever? Okay. And so in these 6 months between then and now, a lot has kind of happened in your life. A lot has happened in our lives. And a lot of those things that we may have been asking for back in May may not be showing up now. And what we want to tell you is that right now, all of those things will begin to show up. And how will they begin to show up? They begin to show up because you needed a process. We needed a process of going through that place of deciding if we really wanted them, deciding how we would like them to show up. Maybe we forgot about them. Maybe we just kind of set them over to the side. All of those things that are kind of over there. And now that we kind of put aside, now what's going to happen is that with this full moon, it is said that we're going to now begin to receive them. Okay, this energy that we have right now is called the cold moon. And it's called the cold moon for a very, very important reason. This is this full moon is the darkest, longest evening in the northern hemisphere. Okay. As you know, we have the solstice, which begins next week. And once we hit the solstice, then the days will get shorter and shorter, longer and longer and longer. But up until now, they're shorter and shorter and shorter. So where we are right now is almost to the shortest daylight day of the year, okay, which is the solstice. So what does that mean? So that means that as this full moon emerges where it's at, in this place where it is now, that energy is kind of revealed in a way that no other full moon is really, really revealed. So think about that. It's always darkest before the dawn, right? So when you walk into a room and the room has like big windows and it's bright daylight and the lights are on, do you recognize that the lights are on? Probably not, right? It's when it's dark and the lights are on that you actually see the light that's contributing. So, what we want to also illustrate with that metaphor is that because it's so dark and so cold right now, the energy of the moon is as potent as ever. And it's as potent as ever, and it's waiting to be revealed in your life. And if you go back to 6 months ago, to when you planted those seeds or whatever you were asking for, even if you weren't conscious, you were actually manifesting. You do know that, right? So, whatever it was you were asking for in May, let's ask, let's see, let's look. Okay. Now, I want to share something else with you. So, before we started the call today, before we started the meditation, rather, I went into a deep meditation and I asked my guides for some messages to share with you. And I want you to know that these messages are very, very particular for those of you who are watching. I know there's a couple of you watching live. There's a lot of you that will be joining in later and watching later. And so these messages were actually created especially for you. Okay. There will be billions and billions of people in this world who won't even see this message, but allow you to know that these messages are for you. Okay. For those of you who are watching. So the first thing that I want to share is that many of you may have been coming from a place in the last 6 months where you were questioning your resources, questioning your sources of income, questioning your money, questioning your livelihood, your stability. So where we have been at in that process may have contributed to a feeling of lack within you, a feeling that you may have felt like, oh my God, what am I losing? Right? Am I losing money? Am I losing connection? Am I in a sense of what kind of poverty was it that you were going through? It could be spiritual poverty. It could be physical poverty. It could be metaphysical poverty. What kind of poverty was it that you were dealing with in the last 6 months? Okay. So as that kind of floods you, I feel like there's some kind of litigation going on too. So you may all have also been in litigation. Something may be trying you or testing you with that. It may be that you were expecting a large sum of money that didn't end up showing up for you. But whatever that energy is so present right now. Okay. That's in the past. What I want to tell you about the future before we talk about the present is that all of that is changing now. Okay. The future, not the present, the future is ripe with opportunities for you that you have never even been attuned to yet. Okay. It feels like there's going to be some kind of energy that comes along, maybe actually two of them, because we're talking about Gemini, which is the sign of the twins. Maybe two people that are going to come in and kind of contribute a little bit of opportunity for you. They may be even bartering. They may be bartering for your awareness. They may be bartering for your attention. They may be saying, hey, pick me. And this other one might say, pick me. Okay. So it could be one of those things, or it could be two people that are in collaboration or corroboration of your highest and best and easiest, whatever that looks like. Okay. So pay attention to those energies. And also, as you come up with these awarenesses, remember the power of choice. Right? Remember that the easiest way for us to choose is to feel into whether something feels lighter or whether something feels heavier. If something feels lighter, you want to go with it. What is light is a truth, what is heavy is a lie. So as these new opportunities come up for you, it feels like it's going to happen like very, very quickly. Okay. New financial opportunities, career opportunities, perhaps you've been asking for or waiting for a raise. Maybe you are also expecting a holiday bonus. Now is the time a lot of people expect holiday bonuses. Maybe you're expecting a holiday bonus. That holiday bonus is something that's going to really, really come through for you this year. It feels like there's a lot of abundance and a lot of manifestation that's going to create so much for you, for us in your life. Okay. So be excited about it. So it's the complete contrast of that poverty, that lack mentality that you may have been focusing on in these last 6 months. So we're looking ahead towards this space of pure abundance, pure wealth, pure possibility. Okay. Now, in the moment, in the present, guys, it's the balance between both of these energies. Okay. So what I was seeing is my Hebrew name is Daniel. And I go by Daniel because it's a name that I resonate most with. And do you guys remember, those of you who had any kind of Bible background or studied anything from the Bible, the energy of Daniel is always associated with the lion's den, right? So Daniel was in the lion's den. Nebuchadnezzar had thrown him into the lion's den and, said basically, go eat or let the lions eat you. And what ended up happening is that the amount of courage and the amount of strength that he mustered up, it's said in some metaphysical traditions that he actually was able to communicate with the lions and actually invited them to contribute to him instead of conquer him. And what had happened is Nebuchadnezzar, they had sent to see if he was dead, and they removed the stone slab, and they saw that he was actually not just alive, but he was thriving, and the lions were chilled out, hanging out. And I love this story because for me, it always relates to the energy of strength. And sometimes in my life, I feel so exhausted. I feel so exhausted and I feel so depleted from this constant, let's say, battle, this constant fight, this constant energy of trying to figure out something, whether it's right or whether it's wrong, or how to get out of this consciousness into that consciousness, and what does success mean versus what does failure mean? What does it mean? That takes up so much energy. And that energy for me, I recognize, has been depleting me so much, right? And so where in your life are you feeling this sense of a depletion of energy that if you allowed yourself to let go and allow the energy, allow the universe, allow the creator to take you where you want to go, you would end up in that place that we had just spoken about, that place of wealth, that place of abundance, that place of opportunity, that place of growth, that place of spiritual fulfillment, all of that. So guys, you see how we're kind of like, we're in between these bookends of coming from that place of poverty, right? Whatever that means to you, and coming from that place of wealth and abundance. This is the past. This is an old story. Are you willing to release, let go, and get rid of the old story right now? Anything and everything that doesn't allow that, can we please destroy and uncreate it? So, an old story. So will you please turn your face to the new story and turn to what is waiting for you and what is possible for you that you never even knew was possible before? So that's kind of the message that I wanted to share with you. You know, this energy of the Gemini is also, it has an energy of being miscongeniality is what comes to mind, is the Gemini's miscongeniality, right? That face of, like, for example, my partner, Guillermo, he calls me the sociable one, right? He calls me the sociable one. I have Gemini rising, so I can walk into a party and immediately be the life of the party. It's a gift that I have, right? And this is a gift of the energy of Gemini. Gemini is always front and center, making new friends, no matter what. They can, as they used to tell me, you know, Daniel, you could dine with kings and queens. You'd be as happy dining with kings and queens as you would the homeless people in the park. And that's absolutely right. I love people. And so this Gemini energy is about loving people. And what can you do? What kind of energy can you generate with people to create more in your life, right? Now, the opposite of that is traditionally when that energy is so front and center, it means there's a lack inside. Okay? It means that there's a doubt or self-confidence and that all of this is covering up something deep inside. So, we also want to actually take the second to look within us and ask, where in our lives are we putting on a mask and not being authentic and true to who we really be? And what could we do to take off that mask? It's not an either or thing, right? I can still be the center of attention. I can still be loved. I can still be cared for. I can still be Mr. Sociable, but I can be also that and also be vulnerable. So in this moment, we're going to have that requisition. Is that the word? No. Requisition. I'm going to call it requisition. Requisition between our emotions and our intellect. Okay? And what will it take for them to harmonize so symbiotically that everything works out better than you have ever imagined? So would you like that? Would you like to know what it feels like and that it's safe for you to allow everything to work out better than you've ever imagined? Okay? So anything that doesn't allow that, let's destroy it and create it. Okay? So let's dive into the meditation. So whoever is watching, whoever is there, man, I freaking feel your energy like so amazingly and so intensely. And I'm very, very grateful for all of you, past, present, and future, who are watching this. Okay, so I'm going to try, most of you who have tuned into my meditations before, you know that I always do a theta healing meditation. And today, I'm not. I'm going to do a Daniel meditation. It's a meditation that I that I was downloaded and was created especially for this particular moment and for this particular time. Okay? So what I would like for you guys to do is I'd like for you to get comfy and get happy, right? As my meditation teacher and the founder of Theta Healing, Diana Steibel, says, let's play. And she says, let's play because we like to keep the energy light. Okay? So let's play. And whatever that means to you guys, okay? Enough bullshit about significance. Like, you know, a lot of times people say to me, they go, I don't understand. I don't know how to meditate. Bullshit. You know how to visualize something, right? If you know how to visualize something, allow that to be what meditation means to you. When I tell you there's a yellow banana on the table, you know exactly where that is, right? So this meditation that I'm going to do with you is actually called an activation. It's something that I created personally, or that was downloaded to me, that I co-created from the universe. And I hope that it activates within you all of this energy. Okay. All right. So let's play. So let's go ahead and close our eyes. And as we close our eyes, let's find ourselves in the center of our heart. As you find yourself in the center of your heart, I want you to just take notice of your heart. And what does your heart look like? Is it one of those hearts that you see on the cartoons? What does your heart look like? Is it the one you see in the anatomy books? Or is it the one you see at the Hallmark places? What is it? What does your heart look like? And in that space, in your heart, I want you to become present there. What does it feel like? Can you feel the rhythm of your heart gifting and receiving simultaneously to you and with you? And what contribution is that? What contribution can you be with that energy in your heart? Can you feel the rhythm of your heart? So in your heart, I would like for you to offer gratitude, thankfulness. And so it is, our heart is what keeps us going. It's the physical thing that keeps us going. It's the physical thing that supports us and nurtures us. When the heart is in a perfect symbiosis, it is both gifting and receiving at the same time. Boom, 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 boom. Does your heart feel like it's aligned with that gifting and receiving? No. And now what I want you to do is I want you to imagine your heart all of a sudden becoming a magnet. So take the energy of your heart and then just start to imagine it transforming into this beautiful, beautiful, powerful energy. Like this big, giant magnet. And as you focus that energy on being this magnet, what I want you to do is I want you to imagine that everything that you have been asking for in the last 6 months becomes attracted to your magnet. You feel those energies coming at you. You feel those energies. You feel those things coming at you. What is it? What are you attracting into your life? Is it happiness? Is it joy? Is it peace of mind? What does that feel like to you? Imagine that energy gifting to you and coming to you. And you know how a magnet it kind of goes both ways, right? There's no receiving without gifting, and there's no gifting without receiving. So imagine that everything that you've been asking for has also been asking for you, or everyone. Everything and everyone that you've been asking for has been asking for you. And now what I want you to do is I want you to use the power of visualization to take a second and look and observe your life from this point of view with all these things showing up that you've been asking for. Now, how does your heart feel? Does your heart feel content? Does it feel happy? Does it feel overwhelmed? Does it feel worried or fearful? And now let's ask that anything that doesn't contribute to me or my life, whether I was asking for it or not, because let's be real, many times we ask for things we don't really want. Would you be willing to release yourself from the obligation of holding on to them just because you perceived that you asked for them, you have to receive them? So anything that doesn't allow you to let go of the things that are not working for you in your life, can we please destroy and uncreate it now? And what energy, space, consciousness, choice, magic, miracles, mysteries, and possibilities can you and your body be to be the complete totality of the infinite being that you truly be, asking for and receiving in equal measure those things that make your life grander, more glorious, and more connected to your truth? Anything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy it and create it? And what if tomorrow you woke up a different version of you? And it was a version of you that you could create, that you could choose, as if it were a mask. What mask would you choose to put on? anything that you wish that you choose to be, you can choose to be. All the fear that comes up for you about choosing wrong or not knowing what to choose. Many times in this space, we're like, oh, I don't know. I kind of want to wear this sexy, sultry mask. And then I want to wear the school teacher mask, and I want to wear the intelligent mask, and anything that doesn't allow you to wear all the masks at the same time, because we are talking about the metaphysical universe. Can we please destroy and uncreate that? And are you willing to truly, truly, truly be you through those masks? So just because we put the masks on, doesn't mean we cover something up. It means we bring something out. So would you like to know what it feels like, and that you know how to bring out all of those traits within you that you have kept dormant or hidden or locked inside you in order to reveal so much greater in your life? If you'd like that, say yes. And would you like to know how to, when to, where to, and that it's safe for you to always constantly be in the place of choosing? So even though you put on a particular mask, you can always recognize that as you change, your masks can change. And that at any given point, you can put something new on. And what does it feel like for you to take off all those masks? Who are you in your raw, vulnerable state? And how are you, and who you be connected to your heart? Who is that? What is that? So would you like to know what it feels like to allow yourself to be completely bare, to trust in every single cell of your body that it's safe for you to be bare? It's safe for you to bare your soul. That you can do so without finding yourself abused, taken advantage of, stolen from. So would you like to know what that feels like? And would you like to know what it feels like to know how to live your day-to-day life without fearing the other shoe dropping? That just because you're raw and vulnerable in this state, that you have to always have your ears perked for what will happen next. Anything that doesn't allow that, can we destroy it and create it? So would you like to know what it feels like, that you know how to, when to, where to, and that it's safe for you to live your day-to-day life without those old programs of poverty? If you'd like those, say yes. And so would you like to know how to, when to, where to, and that it's safe for you to live your day-to-day life without those programs of poverty? And what if poverty was just a human construct to keep you locked out of choice? Right? You know how poverty can be something that feels so limiting. What if it was just a choice? Would you like to know what it feels like, and that you know how to choose your way outside of poverty, both mental, spiritual, physical, emotional, and sexual poverty? Would you like to know how to do that? That it's safe for you to do that? If you'd like that, say yes. Beautiful. So would you like to know what it feels like to be able to have the balance between intellect and intuition? That you know how to marry the two worlds together, that you know how to trust that they are one? If you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to know what it feels like, and that you know how to listen into your heart and trust your heart and all that it is and all that it shares with you to create greater for you? Would you like to know that your heart will never lie to you, will never betray you, and that you don't have to protect it? Would you like to know what it feels like to know that you don't have to protect your heart? Your heart can protect itself. Actually, your heart is protecting you. If you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to have that Creator's highest definition, understanding, and knowing of the energy of trust, that it's safe for you to trust, that you know how to trust, when to trust, where to trust? So live your day-to-day life in trust. Know that the universe has your back. So would you like to have the Creator's definition of strength, both inner strength, physical strength, emotional strength? And that you know how to be strong, and that you know how to face and combat all the energies in your life that want to make you not feel strong. Would you like that? Beautiful. And as we look to the future, would you like to know how to always be in creation mode? That you know how to, when to, where to, that it's safe for you to constantly choose to create at all times. If you like that, say yes. And would you like to know what it feels like, and that you know how to align yourself to be present with the blessings that the universe is bringing to you? If you'd like that, say yes. Amazing. And last but not least, can we actually take a second to ground you here in the present moment? Can we actualize and activate all this energy now? Anything that doesn't allow you to be, know, perceive, and receive all of this that we have discussed, that we have meditated for, that we have aligned with this evening, can we destroy it and create it? Would you like to take all of that and expect greater? If you'd like that, say yes. Would you like to know that greater is possible outside of what you've ever imagined? If you'd like that, say yes. Amazing. And last but not least, can we download you with unconditional love and unconditional light? That you know this energy in every cell of your being, and that you know how to choose this energy, and that you deserve this energy, that you're worthy of this energy. If you'd like that, say yes. Great. And now take your palms and rub your palms together. Faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. And now take your palms and put your palms over your eyes. Your eyes are the windows to your soul. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and allow that energy to come into your body, into your being. And now take your hands and place your hands on your heart. Congratulate yourself and thank yourself for being here, for showing up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Have the most amazing, amazing, amazing holiday season. I have way too much fun. And I'll see you soon. Bye, guys. Thank you.